Now, first here tonight at 6, a developing story today. She is now the second person serving time in the massive investigation into the former Clark County, Indiana Sheriff Jamie Noel. Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining us. I'm Doug Proffitt. Our top story tonight, Kasey Noel, the oldest daughter of Jamie and Misty Noel, sentenced to 9 months in jail today. She's expected to serve about half that time. Focus reporter Travis Breeze and photojournalist Jessica Farley are joining us live now. And Travis, was Judge Larry Medlock quick to accept this plea agreement? He has been on all of these Noel cases.
Doug, I think a few of us were surprised that he accepted the plea agreement on the same day that it was presented, but he did not make it easy, and there was some doubt in the courtroom about if he was going to accept it. He pressed Kasey and her attorney a lot because in Jamie Noel's final sentencing, he said, "I filed everyone's taxes. It was all my idea." So Judge Medlock was curious what had changed now that Kasey was accepting guilt.
Mr. Noel, at his sentencing, indicated that it was all his fault. He got everybody into this mess, and now your client wants to plead guilty.
Kasey Noel trying to take responsibility for swiping a new Chapel EMS credit card for years, buying things like tanning sessions, cosmetics, clothing, even Netflix subscriptions. She pleaded guilty to making a false tax return, but in Jamie Noel's sentencing, he said he filed everyone's taxes. So Judge Medlock wanted to know, what's changed?
How did she know they were false?
Kasey's attorney provided this response after court.
It's quite common for a defense attorney to look at a case and speak with a client and say, I see these defenses, and those may be very viable defenses. And it's common to use those in negotiations to reach a plea.
Once he moved past that, Medlock wanted to know how Kasey will behave once she's out of jail.
What have you learned?
The biggest thing I've learned is to not blindly trust people, even family.
Kasey speaking even more about her family fallout.
I followed the wrong examples, and I'm sorry.
I believe you're a victim of your father, and perhaps a victim of your mother.
Medlock accepted the plea, and Kasey was put into handcuffs right then and there. She'll serve at least 4.5 months and then may be released for nearly 5 years on probation.
I think this whole process has caused her to rethink things that she may not have thought about, but I'll let her words stand on their own.
The frivolous spending is over as the punishments begin and the lessons continue. So, Doug, just to clarify, Kasey Noel has a 5-year or 60-month prison sentence. However, 51 of those 60 months are suspended to probation. She then has 9 months that she will serve incarcerated, and due to Indiana law for a level 6 felony, she's only expected to serve 4.5 of those 9 months. Judge Medlock was clear with her that if she violates her probation conditions, he will be happy to send her back to fill the remainder of those 5 years in prison.
Well, Travis, at the end of your story there, we saw Misty Noel, her mother, breaking down and crying in the courtroom. What's the status of her case? Does she face prison time next?
So Misty Noel had a pretrial conference right after her daughter's, and hers was very short and sweet. They said that they're still working towards a plea agreement for her. They did not have one today. They asked for a continuance of her February 3rd trial to a later date, but the parties all acknowledged that they want her case to wrap up soon as well, Doug.